The state anthem, please.
With all our hearts, we pray and ask, God bless Anambra, God bless the shining light that we bear. We're the only ones to make her brighter, the only ones to make her better, the only ones to make Anambra shine. With our sweat and blood, every breath of our lives, we've trust in God, we will lift our homeland high. We believe in togetherness, we'll build a land of progress. With the spirit of Anambra, with the spirit of Anambra, with the spirit of Anambra, states we love.
The university anthem.
COOU and the lights of the nation. The university that is conceived and built on solid foundation. We hail and praise our great COOU and the lights of the nation. With careful consideration of academic excellence and the serenity of sight, we hail and praise our great COOU and the lights of the nation. The art, science, and technology is our lofty goal. We hail and praise our great COOU and the lights of the nation. The great citadel of learning that stands as a giant and hope for the nation. We hail and praise our great COOU and the lights of the nation. We hail and praise our great COOU. We hail and cherish this great institution by the east of the Niger, the seat of wisdom nation. We hail and praise the COOU. We hail and cherish this great institution by the east of the Niger, the seat of wisdom and the strength of the nation. To God be the glory.
All right, while we are still standing, may we take the opening prayers, please. I don't know if you have any man of God in our midst, man or woman of God, or anybody led by the Spirit, a good spirit. The opening prayers, please.
Please, as we are all standing, may we respectfully cover our heads for the female among us, starting with me. Anything, please. Our help is in the name of the Lord, who made heaven and earth. Father, Lord, we thank you for today. We thank you for this gathering. We thank you for this gathering of love, friendship, for this gathering of support, both emotional and physical support. We thank you for this gathering that have come to listen to we talk about supporting women, sisters supporting sisters. We ask you, Lord, as we deliberate on issues here, you expand our minds, you give us knowledge, you give us more enrichment in what we have come here, so that at the end of the day, we shall all go back home to our various places of abode, better informed and satisfied and happy with what we are, women, and women that we are. We say all these prayers in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you so much, Ma, for that wonderful, brief, but heart-lifting opening prayers. I want to formally welcome you to the International Women's Day of 2026 with the theme Give to Gain, organized by the Center for Gender Studies, Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University, Anambra State, in collaboration with the strategic partners, Alliance for Africa, International Federation of Women Lawyers, National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, Integrated Anti-Human Trafficking and Community Development Initiative, and WIKIMEDIA User Group Nigeria Anambra Network. And so you're welcome. We are here to celebrate women, just like she prayed, to celebrate women who are supporting women, sisters who are supporting sisters, and women who are giving so that they will continue to gain. And on that note, may I establish the protocol. I want to, in a special way, recognize the presence of the Vice Chancellor of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University, Professor Kate Azoka Omenowa, ably represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academics, Professor Obiora Ejiofor. Vice Chancellor Ma, may we, I think there is something that he should be decorated with. Can we quickly do that? As the host and the mommy of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University. Prof, we salute you. We recognize the principal officers who are here. In due course, we will continue to recognize them when they come. We also want to recognize the patron of women of the women organization of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University, Professor Engineer Chris Nwabeze. We welcome you, and I think he should also be decorated. We recognize the Director, Center for Gender Studies, a mover and shaker who has done so much for this university and has continued to give and will never stop giving. Professor Njideka ABC. I hope she'll be equally be decorated. Even though she's the host, we should give honor to whom honor is due. In that same order, we recognize the Deputy Director, Center for Gender Studies, Dr. S.O. Okafor. Director Ma, you also recognized. We recognize the representatives of AFA, Alliance for Africa. Please, if you are here, may we recognize you formally. The representative of AFA, Alliance for Women, Alliance for Africa. We recognize the representative of FIDA, International Federation of Women Lawyers. I'm sure we have her here. We have a representative. Can she be decorated? Please appreciate them, please, students. We recognize the representative of NAPTIP, the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons. This agency has done so much for humanity that continue to curb the rate of child and even adult trafficking, and we appreciate them. We duly recognize them. We recognize the presence of INTACOM Africa, Integrated Anti-Human Trafficking and Community Development Initiative. Do we have a representative here? Please, quickly for recognition. Okay, we'll do that when they come. We also recognize the representative of Wikipedia User Group Nigeria Anambra Network. I'm sure they are here. Please stand up for recognition formally. And I wish you would also be so decorated. I think you are the leader, right? So can you decorate the leader of the members of the WIKIMEDIA user group in Nigeria? And then we continue, recognize the professors here present. We appreciate you so much. Professor Walter Nwafia Ozombo, you're welcome, sir. And all other professors, Professor Ifyemi, you're welcome. And we recognize directors and HODs here present. I'm fully aware that I also recognize some super professors who are also present. I can see Professor Ezenwa, one of our super lecturer professors. You're welcome. So we recognize, like I said, the directors who are here, the HODs, the HOD of Linguistics and Igbo. And we also recognize the coordinators of various programs who are also here. We recognize the students who had also made our time to be here, the students of mass communication, the students of sociology, and some other departments that are here. Ladies and gentlemen, you are all welcome. And so, having established the protocol, it is time to get the event started. So today is not a day of many words, like you all know. And like I said earlier, we are here to celebrate women. And that I said earlier that women are wonderful creatures, that God specially, carefully, and cleverly created women. If men will undergo half of the pains women undergo on their daily basis, bodily wise and all of that, I'm not sure we'll be standing tall the much we are standing. I wouldn't want to go so deep, but we all know what women pass through. As a man, I am a lecturer. I wake up in the morning. Usually, I might just get dressed, do one or two things, and then get to school. But so many women will first of all dress the children to school. Some of them will have to take them to school. Some of them will have to prepare the food for the husband to eat. They will do all of these things, and they will still get to their lecture halls. And they are still expected to prepare food in the afternoon. They will still come back in the evening and go to the market. And we'll still expect them to do their research, present their papers, and do every other thing a man will do in this profession. And they combine the role in the village, the role in different places. Every other place, a woman is always working. A woman is always working. The family is hanging on her neck. The society is hanging on her neck. Every other thing is hanging on the neck of a woman. And so I feel so happy to be here to celebrate women who have continued to shape our world. I said earlier that without women, I can categorically confirm that men will be nothing, because women are what makes our world go round. And so if you're a lady here, can you please appreciate yourself? If you're a girl, appreciate yourself for being a girl. Appreciate yourself for the lady you are going to turn into. Appreciate yourself for the woman you will soon become. And for the women who are now the foundations and pillars of society, we can never thank you enough. We can never thank you enough. I don't want to go into the very simple scenario. Perhaps without a woman, nobody would have given birth to me and every other thing I represent. And so many things women have come to do in society. Yet, bearing the yoke of patriarchy, they are still standing strong. They are still standing tall. And no wonder today they are taking they are permeating serious sectors of this society to show that they have paid their dues over time. Gone are the days when women place is in the kitchen. Women place is no longer in the other room, as our former president once said. Women are now at the forefront, and we celebrate them today. So it's a way of welcoming you and having a more or less a few opening remarks to set the mood for the occasion. Thank you so much. From the program, what we have is the highlights on the team, which is a screen projection. I don't know if we'll have it, DJ. A screen projection of the highlight of
Welcome to 2026 International Women's Day.
That's
And today's episode,
beautiful,
we are going to discuss on a theme, give
Professor
to gain.
To gain simply reminds us that when we
KBC.
give women opportunities, support, and equal
Can we
rights,
get the
society
voice?
gains
She's
peace,
always young.
progress, and
Sometimes
development.
now I wonder
When
because
we invest in
exercise
women,
age are the
we are
young
not
girl.
losing at all. Instead, we are building a greater future.
Can you start from the
a greater
beginning?
nation, and a greater tomorrow.
I like this team because it's simple, it supports others and you grow too. When you listen to someone's story or attend an event, you gain lessons that you won't get in class. Education and empowerment work hand in hand. When we invest our time, mentorship and guidance into students, we gain leaders, innovators and thinkers for tomorrow.
Networking, meeting mentors and peers can help us grow academically and professionally.
Sometimes we think events are just for the girls, but attending actually benefits everyone. You can gain skills, connection, and motivation.
A woman is the sunshine that brightens the whole room when she walks in. No one needs to tell her she's drop dead gorgeous. She has a heart of gold and she fills the whole room with confidence and grace. She's a queen. She's a fearless leader. She carries elegance in her smile and kindness in her heart.
She isn't just the future, she's the forces that create it. Empowered women empowers the world.
As a lady, it reminds me that my ideas, my time, and my energy matters. Even all my voice and my presence at this event give me the access to knowledge and opportunities I wouldn't have got.
Even as in giving support to our female peers helps us build understanding, empathy, and strong teamwork skills.
Many students often face challenges that go unseen. Giving our support, attending events, recognizing their achievements.
I am giving my time and my mentorship.
I am giving my love and my knowledge.
I'm giving my inspiration and my moral support.
In classroom, awareness helps us to correct that. That's why your presence helps us to correct that. Attention gives equality.
Give to gain. And in due time, we will have people speak on these themes, or this particular theme, and then we'll be more enriched and better than we came. Please, I made a very special error when I was establishing the protocol, and I want to quickly correct myself. I have failed to recognize the Honorable Commissioner for Special Duties, Right Honorable Beverly Ibazu, Nkemdiche, Esquire. I think she's ably represented by Okay, we welcome you, the Honorable Commissioner Ma, and she's here. She's here. Yeah.
decorate as first female professor. I'm not saying I'm not. Can you decorate go now? Bomb, it bomb pull out of Kenya. It got in it.
All right, quickly. We also want to decorate some other special guests that are here. Please, let's recognize and decorate Professor Ifi Emiebe as the first female professor of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University. The first female professor, Obuno Dizi Ijebolia. Mommy, we appreciate you so much. I hope she has been decorated. Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you. And quickly, we also we want to decorate Barrister Ngozi Maduechese from FIDA, Anambra State Chapter. Please, if you are here, can you stand up for recognition and wave to the audience? I don't know if I'm still leaving anybody behind. Can we? Okay, quickly, we if there should be more recognitions, we'll continue to do that while we move forward. I think the next item I have here is the opening speech / AFA's baseline survey launch from the Director of General Studies. So, Mami, are you the one doing that? Okay, we'll welcome Professor Njideka ABC as she comes up to deliver the opening speech / AFA's baseline survey launch. Please, may we keep clapping. Please continue to encourage her. Thank you so much, Prof.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Women, oye! Why na no kweba? Obusko why? Women, oye! COOU women, oye! COOU women, clock it. All right, today is a special day. And I don't know if you're excited. Don't mind the stuffiness of the place. Are you excited, students? Because of the heat? Don't worry, it will be better now. I honestly want to make this speech. I wish I could make it brief as possible. But let me begin to appreciate our distinguished guests. And just like the protocols have been established, I want to especially recognize the Director of FIDA, sitting right in front of me. Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming. I want to, first of all, acknowledge the presence of the Vice Chancellor of this university, the Amazon herself. Are you clapping? The woman who set the tone for other women to climb. See, it's not easy to have a woman leader, having other women around them. Is it easy? If you are able and capable, she will bring you on board. Just let us clap for Professor Kate Azoka Omenora, ably represented by our able Deputy Vice Chancellor, the man I didn't know could speak about women the way he did this morning on the media, Professor Obiorejofo. Can we clap for him? You could tune in to hear what he was saying today about women. He is the right person to talk about women. Thank you so much. We want to also recognize other people, the International Federation of Women Lawyers, the Director of Integrated Anti-Human Trafficking and Human Development, INTACOM Africa. Is she here? Then, the Honorable Commissioner for Special Duties, represented here. Professor Honorable Mimi Bazu. In fact, I saw her during the APGA Women International Women's Day. I just told her that Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University wants to start their own International Women's Day. Please, it will be an honor to have her here, being someone who is very, very, outspoken on gender issues. And today we have her represented here. Please, can we clap for her? It's not easy. And my able director of NAPTIP is here. I want to specially recognize you. We met at Unizik, Nnamdi Azikiwe University. That is why I said Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University must key into what other people are doing. Unizik launched a girl-child program and invited NAPTIP, and that's where I met her for the first time. And they have a culture of training their young people. And today we have set the stone for Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University. We will get to where you don't think we will get to. Thank you. I want to also recognize the principal officer, Professor Wafia, my own brother. When I told him, and whenever you call him, he answers. He's a gender-sensitive male. Can we clap for Professor Wafia? And also, Professor, sitting right here, my able professor. And when I heard about him, I said, I've met him many times, but please, sir, can you stand up for recognition? And one thing I heard about him is that he's pro-women. Are you listening? He is what? Pro-women. Clap for him. He wants women advancement, taking to another level. And I invited him, and here he is, sitting right here. Thank you so much, Prof. God bless you, Professor Wabeze. God bless you. Then, well, while we are talking, our Deputy Vice Chancellor, Ule Campus and Development, the Timber, Caliber, and Caterpillar, Professor Sylvia Okonkwo, I walked right in. Please, can we appreciate our Deputy Vice Chancellor? And our Director of Academic Planning, Professor Nek and Norum, walked in too. Can we also clap for them as they are being recognized? Thank you. All right, today is a remarkable day, and every other, and our super professors. Professor Ifi, I especially appreciate you. Professor Ifi, you are highly appreciated. I thank you, Professor Ifi Ezenwa, Super Professor Ifi Ezenwa, stand up for recognition. These are women who are doing all they can to make sure. Professor Ojukwu, are you in this hall? Professor Ojukwu, please, can you stand up for recognition? If you go see Uzo, now who know road, now you will follow now. Women, today is a remarkable day to celebrate our mothers, our sisters, and our girls. We were once girls before we were women. Thank you for being here. And it is a day to celebrate our cheerleaders, the men in our midst, our men who promote women advancement. The International Women's Day originated from the early 20th century with a labor and socialist movements from the early 20th century. The first National Women's Day was organized in the United States on February 28, 1909. The idea of an international event gained momentum at the 1910 International Women's Conference. The United Nations first recognized this holiday in 1975 to highlight how important women's contributions have been all over the world, and officially endorsed March 8 in 1977, establishing it as a global observance for women's rights. The event serves as a reminder of the importance of treasuring and empowering women in society, calling for actions that unlock equal rights, power, and opportunities for all. It is a day to commemorate women's social, political, economic, and cultural achievements, while raising awareness about issues such as gender equality and gender-based violence. The International Women's Day celebration has been on for 100 years, yet every March 8 reminds us of these challenges faced by women in their pursuit to create a better world, not just for themselves, but the people around them. This struggle is a collective action by all who care about human rights. a push for fairness to drive equity. And I quote in the words of Nelson Mandela, he says, as long as women are bound by poverty and as long as they are looked down upon, human rights will always lack its substance. If you believe, clap for your hands. Women and girls are disproportionately impacted by poverty, discrimination, inequality, and abuse. Investing in women improves economic development and health of families. Gender equality is not about competition with men or fight for superiority. It's about pursuit for human dignity. It's about the need to challenge obstacles that hinder our progress. It's about a collective fight for sexism. And what is sexism? Sexism means perceiving or judging people on the basis of their gender or a particular sex. It covers discrimination of person on the basis of their gender. It is important to know that sexism applies to both men and women, not just women. However, women are more affected by sexism than men in all aspects of life. Everyday sexism takes different forms, sometimes not easily recognized. For example, telling jokes about girls, commenting on the female body, objectifying women. For example, we saw a video clip online where a sitting senator said that he never sexually harassed a woman, but that if it is Natasha, who he thinks is beautiful, that said he sexually harassed him, is understandable. But it is that one. That's body shaming. That's not good for a woman. So these are the things we are talking about. Reacting to the women as assigning women easier tasks to women that they can't do it. Is a woman. You know, all those kind of things. But I know we can do much more than the easy tasks. It is time for Nigeria and Africa to move beyond mere rhetorics. Every March 8 we gather. It is time for concrete actions and accountability, recognizing that women's empowerment is not just a matter of social justice, but a necessity for sustainable development, paramount for better future. And as the world marks the International Women's Day, it serves as a stark reminder of the lingering gap in gender equality, particularly in Nigeria and Africa, despite all the gender responsive laws and policies. This year's theme aptly defines the moment, the need to give. We saw in the video clip. As a woman, what are you giving? What are you giving? Are you giving support? Are you giving disintegration? Are you giving malice? Are you giving backbiting? Are you tearing down or are you building? Are you giving love or hate? Rather, the specific issues here is to give mentorship to all these young girls here sitting here. They come to you to give advice, to give time. Some of our staff said they will give their inspiration. How do people see you? Did they see you as someone who cannot inspire them? Are you collaborating or competing? The world is a global village. It's too large to contain all of us. Encourage people in diversity. Our diversity is seen in our differences. I encourage people to bring in their talents. If the person is better than you, encourage that talent to thrive. That's the only way women can take over the space. If you say, oh, women are their own enemies, I don't believe that. I have a group of women I've been friends for the past 25 years. We go on holiday together, sleep in one hotel. We don't quarrel. So we are not our own enemies. Men also are not our enemies. Our enemies are our ineptitude, our inability to do what we are supposed to do, our ability to gang up against ourselves, in the lack of our ability to take this global stage, to leverage on the media. Oh yeah, put a lot for the room okay. If you continue in that manner, the men will continue to take the stage and we keep crying, oh, gender inequality. A time is now to take the stage. Leverage on what we have. We have the Gen Zs. Go into STEM, medicine, engineering. We have scientists in our midst. So today, I charge you. Today's team, Give to Gain, is a quid pro quo. It's for you to give. When you give, you gain. If you give mentorship, you will raise generations. If you give advice, you will have better society. If you give love, even your enemies will like you. So, as individuals, we must give support. We must give our skills. If you know it, teach others. We lend our voices to dismantle every form of barriers that stand in our gate of advancement. Encourage our young girls so they will stop trafficking them for money. Encourage them so that they will stop abortion. Encourage our women. A win for one is a win for all. We cannot continue the blame game. Now is the time to act. Women, it's time to rise. May we rise in Jesus' name. Amen.
That clapping is for yourselves. Now, can you clap for the Director, Center for Gender Studies? She said a whole lot of things. She said a whole lot of things, and a few of them have stayed in my head, and they will never leave there. That women are not the enemies of one another, that even men are not the enemies of women. The real enemy is the inability of some women to rise up to the occasion facing them, to make their marks, and to take their place in the entire scheme of things. And also, she said that a win for one woman is a win for every other woman. And so today we challenge all women here to rise up and win, not just for themselves, but for the entire women across the globe. And may we appreciate her again. Thank you so much, Professor Njideka ABC, for that wonderful and quite brief speech. We continue to apologize for the atmosphere here. We continue to apologize. I can assure you it was never intentional. And incidentally, even the Vice Chancellor is watching us live. The Vice Chancellor is watching us live, and she's seeing what is also happening here. And we have over 50,000 persons who are also following us live. So you can equally go to Facebook and then share the platform to your friends who are not here. Share them in your class platforms so that more persons, more women will be part of this program online. So please, we just need to say that the generator, you know one thing about machines, just developed a very tiny fault, a very unexpected tiny fault. It was really unexpected. This hall has never been like this. The Vice Chancellor has done everything to make this hall a home. And we've had wonderful conferences here. And we assure you, in a few minutes, the works departments are rising to the occasion, and they are trying everything they can to restore conviviality and a very conducive atmosphere here. I hope our apologies is still accepted. Please, my dear students, please, we'll add extra meat to your rice. For these inconveniences, one extra meat in your rice. Do you agree? What else? How do we compensate for this? 2 extra meats? There must be a way. How do we open the doors? The doors are jam locked. All right, we quickly move forward. While the director was presenting her address, the executive director of INTACOM Africa walked in. And please, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Okoye Hope Nkiruka, the executive director of INTACOM Africa. Please, madam, stand up for recognition. And we can see decorator. Please, we should also decorate her. We recognize you so, so much. And Professor T.U. Kafo, the super professor in our midst, a very super professor. Professor, thank you for always coming around, for what you have been doing for your kind. History will always remember. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to call on the welcome the Vice Chancellor of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University, the Vice Chancellor of the Now University and of the Future, the Vice Chancellor who doesn't need to speak much, and what she has done is still doing and will continue to do for this university speaks volume for her. The Vice Chancellor who understands how a university system should function. Innovation, creativity, and excellence And a few months ago, she created a lot of centers we've never thought about in this university, centers we've never had the guts to establish. And she did that, a whole lot of centers to look at a whole lot of things that bother society, education, survival, and otherwise. And just a few months after establishing these centers, the Center for Gender Studies have taken the lead to organize such a conference here. And you can imagine the caliber of people who are here. The NAPTIP are here, FIDA are here, Alpha are here, INTACOM Africa are here, Wikipedia Media are here. And these people wouldn't have been here if the Vice Chancellor did not establish the Center for Gender Studies, and if the Gender Studies did not take it up from there. And so it is my pleasure to welcome for her opening address, the Vice Chancellor of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University, Professor Kate Azokomenoga, ably represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academics, Professor Obiora Ejiofor. Please, may we keep clapping while the Vice Chancellor comes up to the stage. Is that clap for your Vice Chancellor? Come on, students, you can do better. Appreciate your Vice Chancellor. The Vice Chancellor of the now University and of the future. Madam Visibility, Madam Viability, and Madam Value. Thank you, Vice Chancellor.
Good afternoon, everyone. As the Master of Ceremony has said, my name is Professor Obiora Ejiofor, the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academics, representing our amiable Vice Chancellor, Professor Kate Omenowa, who is unavoidably absent. Today, we are marking the International Women's Day. This is the median edition in our institution. Women play a very important role in our lives and in the society, and we must acknowledge that. The Vice Chancellor is a woman. Since she came in, she has been making a lot of inroads, a lot of things has been moving in our institutions. Not just because she's a woman, she's also equal to the task. She has been a Commissioner for Education for the past 8 years. Based on her achievements, she was able to be elevated to the office of the Vice Chancellor. But the point I want to make today is that we must give women an opportunity. If our Vice Chancellor was not given an opportunity, the achievements, what she has done before and what she's still doing in our institution, nobody will notice that. So we must give women an opportunity to showcase what they are made up of. From our various homes, in any home where there's no woman, that home will not be organized. In our various homes, the women are the general manager. They know how to organize things. So I want to recognize all the women who are here, starting with our Deputy Vice Chancellor, Development and the ULE Campus, the deans here present, the directors, the professors, our strategic partners from Alpha, FIDA, NAPTIP, INTACOM, and WIKIMEDIA. We are so excited to have you in our midst. Before a woman will develop up to the stage of being appreciated, she was first a girl child. So if you can start from a girl child, give them opportunity, encourage them, then we are gradually building a better society. By the time they enter secondary school, higher institutions, then they'll now showcase the stuff they are made up of. Women do a lot in our society. Women carry the pregnancy, give birth to a child, nurture the child, and do a lot of things in our society. You know, if you train a woman, you are training a generation, the community and society. But if you train a man, you are training an individual. So we must give the women the opportunity they need. And for the students, you must have a role model, somebody you are looking up to, so that these your innate potentials will all come out. Someone you want to be like. I've interacted with most of you. Some of you told me you would like to be like our Vice Chancellor because she's making a lot of difference in this institution. So I want to encourage you to continue to be what you want to be in our society. So on that note, I want to declare this ceremony open. Don't be discouraged with the environment. I know the weather is hot, but before long, it will be rectified. Thank you, and thank you.
Please, may we appreciate the Vice Chancellor of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University. Students, please appreciate your Vice Chancellor. It's a mark of respect. Clap for your Vice Chancellor, please. Ably represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academics, Professor Obiora Ejiofor. We thank the Vice Chancellor so much for that speech. And I must confirm that this particular conference or this theme is one theme that is very dear to the heart of our Vice Chancellor, very dear to her. She is the first female Vice Chancellor of this university. If you must know, she's also the first female to be of Anambra origin to be a Vice Chancellor in any Nigerian university. And so she has whatever it takes to talk about events like this. And the fact that she's not here means that case of Ihe Kalelente, Bakutelunte no. But we are reliably informed that she's following everything that we are doing here online. So, sir, thank you so much for that speech. I just want to quickly add that after giving women opportunity, we should equally create an enabling environment for women to thrive. We should also support them physically, psychologically, mentally, and otherwise for women to thrive. I read somewhere that women is synonymous to nature, and that anything you give to a woman, she reproduces it. If you give a woman love, she will reproduce that love and replicate it 1,000 times. If you give a woman kindness, she will replicate it 1,000 times. If you give a woman charity, charity will remain yours for the days of your life. But I want to also ask, if you give a woman war or violence, I stand to be corrected. What happens? Do they replicate that or do they shy away? You collect woto. Dr. Angela said if you give women war, you collect woto. Off record, women are not violent. There must be a way out apart from woto. So thank you, dear Vice Chancellor, for that speech. As we move on with the items we have in the program. I want to say this, but I'm not balancing mankwuya. Amarom, you know, this has to do with women and we must be sensitive. Maka balance them the mumba. But Professor Wafia, here actually who balance them the kwa stake. Enyeromi enyem. Okay, sir. Abona akwụrọzi m ekwutọpụ m. Amarọ m maka ihe ụmụ nwaanyị ka abịazi mee na enwere awara ọjị. Awapụrụ ọjị. So, biko, sorry, Vice Chancellor, we have to, at least the ritual of kola nuts. Na ọjị adịkwa n'iru anyị abụrụ for ceremony. So, with your permission, I don't know if you can quickly do that so that we can continue. And ọzọ mkpụ, nke a ụmụ nwaanyị unu ya echelụ Ekembe ka esi eme.
Biko ọ ka aga n'anya aga ka o wee gaa ka o si aga. Biko ọkwa ọjị dị n'iru Vice Chancellor. Vice Chancellor ọkwa ọjị dị n'iru. Ngwa sepụ n'ofu na ọ gị bụ onye isi. Ka m nwa jide n'ofu. Bekene nso MC. Ndị niile so anyị were eme ife ndị kwado ife niile a na-eme. Ihe ewere ọjị na-eti efe n'akpa. Inyekwana fa n'aka ife na-eme ebe emebie. Inye director weta akpa ka etinye gị. Omenala Igbo ka a na-eme ọkwa na ya mana anyị ma na ụmụ nwaanyị nweta. Director kedu ndị ngwa kpọba ndị niile na-enyere aka.
Okay, nye Professor Sylvia, DVC, representing ụmụ nwaanyị. Inye Professor Emiegbe, representing super professors. Okay. Ianyano ndi NAPTIP, our strategic partners. Nye FIDA. Nye INTACOM. Itige na akpa. Okay, obago. Ngwanye onye NAPTIP. Ọ na ebe a. Mege na akpa. O metụli aka. Okay. Ozugo, thank you.
Ọ dịgo ka ọ ya adị. Biko ọjị ka anyị ebia ịchafụ. Ịma na abụ onye Enugu Ukwu, capital Enugu, Anambra State. Ndị ọkụ na-ewekwana iwe onwe ife nji wee kpọọ capital. Emecha anyị nenebe. Na anyị ekwu ife dị na ọjị. A na-eji ọjị were adọ anyị aka na ntị. Taa bụ ụbọchị ụmụ nwaanyị. Ọ na-abịa enwe nwaanyị enwe nwoke. Unu ewe zuo. Emezi amụba nwa si na amụọ ụmụ. Obodo ewe zuo. Ọkwa na ya mana a na-aba na-ekwu nwaanyị na-ebukwa n'ụzọ nwoke a na-eso. Ma ọ bụrụ na ma ụtọ di na nwunye. Eziokwu na-ebu ụzọ si di wee si nwunye. Mana ije na famili ọbụla udo dị. Ọ nwaanyị na-ebu ụzọ. Di ya na-ege ntị. Nwaanyị ibu ụzọ abụọkwa n'ọnya ya na-ekwu ife a na-eme. N'ọnya ya ebu ụzọ na-ekwupụta di ya na-ege ntị. Ife nji ekwu bụ na otu o si dị na be m. Na m bịara ebe a tata maka na onye nna anụ onye nwaanyị ji ego nnụta ndị egbuli ikpele si m bịaba na ọ dị mma na mma abịa. Maka ọ bụ na ọ sọrọ m bịaba enwere ike eje ịpụ ka moto m efuo ma ọ bụ ọkụ ya ji. Mmekata mma afụzi ofu akpa ụkwụ m ma ọ bụ ọkụ ya ji. Nya na ọ sị na ọ ya adịla anyị mma. A sị na onye mba a na-akpọku Chineke nke kelee n'igwe nke kele ụwa. Obi n'eluigwe agọdị a na-akpụ naanị. Na ọnya nwa ji ife niile ya ka anyị na-akpọku wee na-ekene maka ụbọchị taa. Wee bụrụ nnukwu ekene wee na-ewejela onye isi university anyị a nke a na-akpọ Vice Chancellor. Emechu na-abịa ka nkọwala unu ihe Vice Chancellor mean n'Igbo mee kwuru ya ebe a. Mana unu ya akwụta ụgwọ ya chee wee kwuo ya. Na ọnwa ka nwaanyị ka ọ bụ bụrụ nne. Ịma na a na-asị women niile abụọkwanụ women. O nwere ndị women na-enye nsogbu nwee ndị na-edozi edozi. Ndị anyị na-ekwu maka taa ndị women na-edozi edozi. Ya na ụdị ụmụ nwaanyị na-aba enwe. A na-enwe ndị a na-akpọ ịyọ nwee ndị a na-akpọ Mrs. Ekpele nwoke ya na-ekpe n'ụwa ka ya nụta ịyọ nke ya ghara ịnụta Mrs. Ịnụta Mrs. ọ na-enye gị ọdị eji ịpọsị ọnọdụ anyị. Ịnọdụ anyị ọ maghị ụla. Mana ịnụta ịyọ ma ije ịpọsị nne anyị ma anụ ka isi eje ma ihe eje taa ma ihe eje echi. Ị na-enecha aka ọnụdụ si wee je wee sị ngwa ka ijebezie echi ka ị rapụta. Ọkwa ka ọ dị na mma ana m ekene ife niile bịala ebe a. Ụmụ nwaanyị bịalụ nkwado. Ndị nyere anyị aka ọkwanụ ndị wetara ego wetara ife a na-eme na agbara aka ejiri ọnụ eme tọkọtọkọ. Eji ọnụ eti azụ n'ofe. Na nji nnukwu microphone a na-asụ nnukwu ebe ọkwa mmadụ sọpọtụrụ ya. Ndị sọpọtaz anyị na-ekene unu na-ekenesi unu ike. Nwanne nwaanyị ọ gị si anyị bịaba gị ka okpo ma awọ ji wee pụta. Jisi ike ị na-eme ọfụma. Ife nchọ ịkọwala unu bụ ife jikọ nwoke na nwaanyị erika. Amụọ nwa ọ bụrụ nwaanyị, ife mba ya akpọ ya bụ gịnị? Female. Ifu na male abatago n'ụzọ ụtụtụ. O togide gbagogide nọ na ife niile ọzaba woman, ifu na nwoke dị na ya. O si na female akpọli ya togide na-eche ka ọ bụrụ mmadụ, bụọ akwa, mee nke mbụ a na-eme, nke a na-akpọ gịnị? Menses, ifu na nwoke dị na ya. Nke a na-afụ kwa ọnwa, akwa a na-akpọ ya menstruation, ifugo na nwoke dị na ya. Obibezue ndị ụwa ya niile bigidezie. Chelụkwanụ, obigide ndị ụwa ya niile bigide luo na ngwụcha, akpọ ya gịnị? Menopause, ifu na men dị na ya. Nya ka unu malụ na unu na-asị ụmụ nwaanyị Women's Day na iwepụ WO ọ bụrụ na men sokwu. So taa bụkwa ụbọchị anyị. A na-akwụkwa na aka na nke a. Maka na abata m ebe a, abụ m onye olili, abata m. Ife mbụ ebu ụzọ dabalụ m bụ ọjị na aṅala. Nna ya na tebụl ndị ọzọ, edozie tebụl fa ọfụma, tinyecha ma ife ndị ọzọ, ma ife a na-ele, ma ife a na-ata ata. Nsị nke m ọ ya apụ iche. Bọọ ibe anyị nọ. Una na-etu m onowo na omeno ntu. Ọkwụnye eweta ife mmeno. Bọọ, si dozie enu tebụl n'iru nke ọ dị ka ndị ọzọ. Maka na ije na-akwụ nsọ chapter 7 verse 9, ya bụrụ Psalm 23 n'ebe edeli ya. Ọsịsị dozie line tebụl n'usoro na ndị kpọrọ anya asị mba na ndị fụrụ anya ka anyị chọọ. Director, si dozie elu tebụl ma n'usoro na ndị fụrụ m n'anya. Ibe anyị ọjị ka m ji ma ekwuru gaba, amara m ekwu, mana onye nkụzi ka m bụ. Ha sị na ọ ya adịla anyị mma, na udo ga-achị, na ịfụnanya ga-abata, na ndị dịka anyị nụgo nwaanyị nụta ezigbo nwaanyị, na anyị amụtago ụmụ anyị na anyị nka, na ndị nke nụkwa na-anụ ya ebi ọfụma. Ndị agbọghọ n'ebe a na-achọ ezigbo nwoke, na-achọ ezigbo ụmụ nwoke, na-achọ ezigbo nwaanyị, unu ya ene n'anya ka anyị si wee nụ, ka unu wee nwee ike ịnụta ndị dị mma. Ọkwa na ya ekpele onye ọna na-ekpe n'ụwa ka ije ụwa ya bụrụ ije mma ekwu. Mma ekwu mma na-adị na kichin. Mma ekwu adịghị ejebe onye ụbịam. Ife ọ na iyeli mma ekwu ya ebughị ụzọ wee suo ọnụ. Ụwa ụtọ ka ọ bụ. Ekpele na-ekpe ka ụwa unu gara ịbụ iwe ụwa ọkwa na ikwe. Ọkwa unu ma ife a na-akpọ ọkwa, ma ife a na-akpọ ikwe. Unu ama aka ode ya eji esue. Ikwe na ọkwa ya edi naanị na-alara ụlọ emekata ekunie nya ama ngwa ya. Chi eru n'enu. Ọzọzi agụlụ ji dị ọkụ tụkwasị n'ime. Otie na ọkụ arụgbu onye ebula aka odo gịnị? Igwo. Ka a na-asụzi nne ya nwa tọbazi ụtọ ka nya bụ ọkwa ma ikwe lachabazi anya, etinye aka wa gịnị? Kọchalụ nya bụ nni. Ọ na-ebe akwa na akọchalụ ya eme gịnị? Asacha anya asacha. Ọ na-eti na asachara eme gịnị? Okpu eru naanị. Ọ bụkwa our portion in Jesus name. Ka Chineke na-ekele ụwa ụlọ ọjị ata n'otu ka ata n'ibe n'afa Jizọs Kraịst bụ onye nwe anyị. Tuonu m afọ nwa elote nna. Tuonu m ọzọ mgbe obu na mkpuke n'Enugwu na ụmụnri.
Ọzọ mgbu n'Enugwu na ụmụnri. Ka anyị kọlụ na ya aka biko na ọ dịrị izi. Ọzọ mgbu olubekwanụ mgbe anyị elebe teepu ga-ele. Ịnọlụ nnọọ dịka ị ya adị ikwucha ya kpọpụ ya afịa na-ele ya na ọ dịgo ka ọ ya adị. Enwe jizi ọjị. Ọjị gị nwaanyị one na nwoke one?
Ọjị mgbali ịnọ. Iwele anya okenye. Ọjị ịnọ bụ gịnị? Afịa na anọ. Iwele anya okenye ji afụ ọjị a. Ịfụ na nke a bụ nwoke. Nke a bụ nwoke. Nke a bụ nwaanyị. Nke a bụ nwaanyị. Nya ha gbalị atụ otu. A na-akụkwa aka ebe a.
Ọ dịzikwa ka ihe ndị Man U na Chelsea. We thank you so much for that wonderful breaking of the collar knot. Anyị ga na-agazi n'iru. Women are now showing themselves and tata akago onye mma. Onwe mgbe anyị na-eto asị anyị na-ajigwu n'ọba ụmụ nwaanyị agbalụba iru. And I feel these are the proverbs that are derogatory against the women. Kita ụmụ nwaanyị na-enwezikwa ọba ji nwekwuzie ihe ọbụla ha kwesịrị inwe. Ụmụ nwoke ka a na-agazi ụfọdụ sefụ rice gwụbazie ụmụ nwoke agbalụba iru obi amapụbazi ụmụ nwoke. Nwunye gị na-abata ị na-ene na-akpa ya ma nwekwa nke o ji bata. So women are now powerful and they've done so much to improve our world. And so we cannot stop celebrating them. Onye jizi ọjị tabazia na a na-ata ya ata. Okay, we are theater students. I don't know if they are here. They are supposed to give us a brief entertainment, but let me assume they are still dressing up or still preparing, and we have to move forward. And so quickly, the next item we have is a speech. We take different speeches from our partners, strategic partners, and because we want to plead that we should be time conscious. Below 10, below 15 minutes, below 20, Kenya, Biko. 10, Biko, 10 minutes, because we have about 5 strategic partners that will speak, and 5 persons, 10 minutes is 50 minutes. So Biko, if you can say less than 5 minutes, we'll appreciate, but Biko, Kaede time conscious when I call some of the persons that will talk to us and tell us how they feel about today's event and the theme, Give to Gain. And the first person on my list is a speech by the Honorable Commissioner for Women Affairs. I don't know if she's here. Okay. Okay, we take a speech from the Honorable Commissioner for Special Duties, Right Honorable Beverly Ibazo Nkemdiche. Please, may we appreciate the Honorable Commissioner for Special Duties. Ụmụakwụkwọ na-akụrụ na aka ekebego na aṅala kọbazie aka jidegodo aṅala ka o nwee nke iji ịchọ iwele ịbụọ. Thank you, ma.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm standing in for the Honorable Commissioner for Special Duties, Right Honorable Beverly Ibazo Nkemdiche. She would have loved to be here, but because of other official engagement, so I had to stand in for her. Her speech today centered on the theme, Give to Gain. Women's emancipation is a human rights issue. Being a speech presented by the Honorable Commissioner for Special Duties, Anambra State, Right Honorable Beverly Ibazo Nkemdiche Esquire, at the 2026 International Women's Day celebration organized by the Center for Gender Studies, Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University, Igbariam, being today 10th March 2026. All protocol duly observed. I want to start by thanking the Vice Chancellor of this great citadel of learning, Professor Kate Azuka Omenora, FNIPR, and the Center for Gender Studies, ably led by the Director, Professor Njidek ABC, for organizing this event. I must also commend your partners, Alliance for Africa, the International Federation of Women Lawyers, the National Agency for the Prohibition and Trafficking in Persons, and the Integrated Anti-Human Trafficking and Community Development Initiatives. Your partnership in organizing this program is the first demonstration of the theme for this International Women's Day celebration, Give to Gain. By bringing us together on the same platform, you have given us an opportunity to share our views, opinions, experiences, and solutions on women emancipation. You have given, and I bet you, our society will gain from this opportunity. However, even more than the opportunity to participate in this event is the privilege I count in being chosen to share a few thoughts. This year's theme, to me, is one of the most practical themes we have ever deliberated on at any International Women's Day celebration. Give to Gain more than ever highlights the importance of community building in dismantling social, cultural, economic, psychological, philosophical, and religious restrictions on women's ability to minimize their potentials. It is true that a lot has been achieved in women's emancipation. We have seen women occupy sensitive positions in politics and business. And we have also seen cultural and religious beliefs discarded. But we must also acknowledge that a lot still needs to be done. You will agree with me that the prevalent mindset when we talk about women's emancipation, especially in Africa, is captured in the simple question, is there a woman? So you see the phenomenon that when appointments are made, committees are set up, or elections are conducted, we get satisfied that in a group of 10 men, there is only one woman. And when we see up to 3 women, the body is praised for being gender inclusive. Today, there is a proposal before the National Assembly asking for special seats for women. These moves are important in opening up opportunities and advancing the cause of women. However, the problem with this kind of thinking is that it only keeps women circling at the same spot without making meaningful progress. Scholars in gender studies call this tokenism. It is as if women are pitied and given what actually belongs to them. In Igbo, it appears that what is given to women is a mere kana achwaja ki na amande mo. There must be a change in mindset. Women emancipation must be considered a woman rights issues and not a token handed over to women. Every woman, like every man, must have the right, without any restriction, to fully maximize her potential and be allowed to do so. If education is what expands a person's critical thinking and therefore enable her to tap into her full ability, then girl child education must be considered a human rights issue. No girl child should be denied access to what should help her excel. When we consider women emancipation as a human rights issue, then men, fathers, brothers, husbands, and other male persons in the lives of women must gradually lose the power to decide the limits of their wives' excellence. As long as the following question exists without existing for their male counterparts. Should a woman join politics if her husband disagrees? Should a woman be allowed to earn more than her husband? Should a woman buy a car when she is yet to be married? And many other similar questions. Then we know that we still have many miles to travel. Today, a woman who is a feminist is demonized because society continues to frown at the mere thought of a woman, demanding her rights instead of being given them at the pleasure of men. So, as we go from here today, each and every one of us must ask ourselves what we have given to achieve women emancipation. What are we giving and what must we give? To those of us in government, how can we give the true policies, our voices, when policies are being made? Can we ask who can do this job without questioning the agenda? Instead of saying, can we have at least one woman? For those who are academics, how can we simplify our research to reach the unlettered in our villages and begin to influence change from the local communities? And for every other person here, how can we ensure we do not keep quiet when a person is being denied what is due to her only because she is a woman? How can we give our resources, time, and energy? If we consider women emancipation as an urgent human rights issue in our daily lives, we will hurry up. We will hurry up as we will hurry us to give. It will hurry us to give. Sorry. So we are saying if we consider women emancipation as an urgent human rights issue in our daily lives, it will hurry us to give. Thank you very much, and God bless you as you listen.
Please, may we appreciate the Honorable Commissioner for Special Duties. I appreciate her so well. Thank you so much for that enriching food for thought. She raised some questions for the women, whether a woman can buy a car even while she's not married. And I noticed the students were shouting yes. I agree, I'm not an enemy of progress. But I also want to ask, should women smoke weed and alcohol? Beautiful. Should a girl child engage in exam malpractice? I ask again, God is watching. Should a girl child engage in exam malpractice? How on earth am I hearing yes? Should a girl child engage in sorting? And bata of them all, should a girl child ask for, should women ask for transport? Then this conference will continue another day. If you can buy a car before you got married, why will you ask us for ordinary transport? One of the things this conference should do is to women, because they know what transport you know. And that happy note, I want to call on the second speaker, the representative of FIDA. Please, the first speaker took about 8 minutes or thereabouts. We will appreciate if we can get also less. Thank you so much. The representative of FIDA, may we appreciate her, please?
Good afternoon, everybody. The Vice Chancellor, Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, the able and capable Director, Gender Center, Principal Officers of the University, ladies and gentlemen, great Nigerian students, I welcome you all. I bring you greetings from the International Federation of Women Lawyers, FIDA in short. I stand in the shoes of our able chairperson, Mrs. Amara Mojeke. I am one of you from the Faculty of Law, Professor Charity Feinwe-Melie. My job here has been made very, very, very simple by those before me. The big question here that we are here to look at today is give to gain. And I titled my paper, Give to Gain, Love the Push Force. You cannot give where you don't indict love. You cannot give what you don't have. It is the heart that indicts. So we give to gain. And if you look at the Bible, it says, give, and it shall be what? Given unto you. So whenever you give, there is no doubt about it. There is gain in giving. What do you give? Some will say, I don't have money. I don't have this or that. You can give so many things. You can give service. You can give mentorship. You can give a whole lot of things. So what are you giving? It mustn't be money. It can be training. It can be love. It can be good advice. It can be all sorts of good things. The important thing is that you are giving something. It can equally be just service. Otu agemi hata ibi afichasi ocheba is a wonderful way of giving. Who do you give? What are the features of giving? You can give to anybody, but today we are talking about giving to women. And giving there means empowerment, if you like. How do you empower our women? And I've said you can empower them through a whole lot of things. Financially, training, visibility, like our able vice chancellor will always say, value, viability, and visibility. You can give a whole lot to human beings. You can give a whole lot to women. You can do more than what you think you can do, depending on your own definition of what is giving. What are the key features of giving? Giving here means reciprocity. You are not giving because you want to lose. No. Giving here is not subtraction. Giving here is a multiplication. You have so much when you give out. Benefit of generosity. It is never a loss. It is a way to gain. It fosters deep connections, increase trust, and improve well-being. It is a mode booster that can lower stress and provide a sense of purpose. You can also give mentorship and knowledge. When you share knowledge, you gain more. For me to be here this morning, I have to go back to my books. And in going back to my book, I've gained so much because I want to stand before you this morning. So that is what you can gain when you want to give. You can also give financial support. You give financial support. And when you do that, a heart that receives must be gladdened. And when that heart is gladdened, there's no doubt about it, the gain must come back to you. So what do you want to give? I have said that so many things you can give. So many things you can give. Why should we give to women? Because we are talking of women, and women. Why must it be that you must give to women? It is because women, according to history or statistics, forms almost half of the human population. So you can imagine when you give to almost a half of the global population, you are making a right step, a step in the right direction. Also, you give to women because in giving to women, you increase the economic GDP of the global village. Give a good example is our Vice Chancellor. When you give something, particularly a position of leadership to a woman, you can expect what will happen. We have a very good example here. And we have a woman as a FIDA leader. And it may interest you that in Anambra State, I am the chairman of Nigerian Red Cross Society. And the society is doing so well in Anambra State. The first female chairman for Anambra State. And we are doing wonders. That is what women can do. When you give them the opportunity to be in leadership, when you give them the enabling environment to do what they know how to be. And don't forget that every woman is a mother. And you know the qualities of good mother. And they will bring those qualities to bear in area of leadership. So call to action. Just want to summarize. Call to action. How do you now support action for women empowerment? Support organizations by donating to organizations that are empowering women. Most times we want to go to where the men are doing it well. Why not try the women aspect? Where women are in the forefront. And I can bet you they will perform better than the men. Advocate for policy change. Push for policies that promote gender equality. What the men can do, the women will do better. push for those policies that enhance women empowerment. Then there is mentorship. Offer guidance and support to women. Most times we relegate the women to the background. We think they cannot do it. Try them and see that they will do better. Invest wisely. Consider initiatives and business led by women. Invest in women. Investing in women is a strategic prospect, equitable, and progressive. I don't know how many women are in control of oil well in Nigeria. Just that you have not bothered. You are not giving it a thought to try the women food. In conclusion, we maintain that the position celebrating this day is undoubtedly a positive and admirable step. It encourages society to recognize the role and contribution of women in every field of life. However, the spirit of Women's Day should not remain limited to a single date on the calendar. Empowerment cannot be restricted to one day of celebration. Every day should be a moment of motivation for women. When they move one step forward towards their goals, each step that a woman takes towards progress becomes a victory and an inspiration not only for herself, but also for the society. Let us always celebrate our women. Thank you.
Let us always celebrate our women. So may we celebrate ourselves while we appreciate that wonderful speech from FIDA. Thank you so much. Madam, you said we should also give women oil well, that you can. I agree. So, never oil well. Malakwanda ye de kwa fahanami. And etinya from wine nami. Malundi ye jena Sambisa forest na abapo ebe. Akuri ye menwe. And matukwa wanyi onyami egwu. Launo na adi too much. So, on our balance. But I agree, women, when you, what a man can do, interesting. And so, even this university is a testament of what a woman can, what a man can do. A woman, we can see what the Vice Chancellor has achieved. And I always say that there is something this university has been lacking for a long time, and that is a mother's tenderness. And that is what we're enjoying today. The mother's tenderness of Professor Kate Azokomenora. Mommy where they pamper. So we all feel pampered as staff, as students. And so we agree in total to what you said. On that note, may we call on the representative of NAPTIP for just very brief remarks. NAPTIP, please. Please, may we appreciate her.
The gift of life astounds me to this day. I give it up for the woman.
Thank you so much, ma.
Good afternoon, everybody. Great Nigerian students, standing on already established protocol. I just have a few words for our students in particular, and for the man, woman who have been here, all the men supporting women who are in this arena today. Today, we are marking the International Women's Day celebration, when we celebrate all the women who are shaping the world in their different endeavors in life. Those who are working in the sun, the hot sun, selling, our mothers in the markets, those who are working in the offices, our professors, those who are mentoring our young ones, those who are working in all endeavors of life to ensure that women succeed. We celebrate you all. And to you, our great students, you are the upcoming women, the leaders of tomorrow, the representatives of women tomorrow. So we focus more on you. The team says, when you give, you gain. It's not just a mere saying. When you give a woman, whatever you give a woman multiplies, like the prof says. Anything. If you give a woman education, you have a very literate society. You have a sane society. You give a woman health, we have a healthy society. You give a woman protection, security, safety, we have a safe society. You protect woman from harm, we have a harm-free society. So whatever a woman is given, it multiplies, it touches to every corner of human endeavor. So today, my young women, I want to talk to you a little about human trafficking, because this is a case that is ravaging women and children in particular. It's not as if it doesn't affect men, but women and girls are the most affected. What is human trafficking? Simply put, it is when people are moved from the zones that they are comfortable with, their known environment, to an unknown environment with promises of a better future, which they are not sure of. And at the end of the better future, on getting there, all you see is exploitation. So my dear young girls, you are the most affected. Those in schools, the upcoming ones. I thank the professor for inviting NAPTIP today. We don't have enough time to talk to them, but please, I want to ask that you give us opportunity to come back here and talk to students about human trafficking. So what am I talking about, girls? I want you to stay safe from human traffickers. Mind who your friends are. Mind the contacts you keep, the company you keep. And when you browse the internet, when you surf the internet, mind the sites you go to. Because these are places from which girls are recruited, exploited, and trafficked sexually. Sexual exploitation has ruined a lot of young girls. We have seen cases, practical cases in our work here, where girls are lured by their fellow girls. Let's go out. You pack your bag. You don't know where you are going to. Let's go and hook up with girls in Lagos, in Port Harcourt, and you move. And some go there, they don't come back alive. They are wasted. It happens real life. There are stories to confirm this. So I want to encourage you, young girls, remain in your school, study, so that you can have a replacement when our professors are retired tomorrow. When those of us that are working in the field are retired tomorrow, we have a good representative of women who will champion the cause of women. So please stay safe and stay out of trouble. And I want to encourage us also that whenever you see something going wrong amongst your fellow women, particularly the girl child, speak out. We will give out our numbers, our NAPTIP numbers, but ours is to encourage. Ours is to protect the youth, the women, and the children. So I will come back here to talk to us about human trafficking and how it has ravaged our women population. Thank you very much. So I'll give out our numbers, please. We'll write it out and give to Professor to share to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam, for that very insightful advice to our young girls. And we're happy that you have promised to be back again so that we can have a few days discussing these issues that are really ravaging our young girls. The summary of all she has been saying, or she said, is stop saying involve me. Involve me, involve me. In my hand, amen. Bring deal, involve me. In my hand, I involve, okay? Please, before you say involve me, be sure you understand what they are involving you into. Thank you so much, madam, for that wonderful speech. And may we briefly take a goodwill message from INTACOM Africa and Theatre Arts. I can see you standing by. Yes, immediately after this, we are taking you. A brief message from INTACOM Africa. And after the Theatre Arts, we go into presentations. Thank you.
Thank you. What a privilege to be here today. I truly want to appreciate the Center for this opportunity, for this partnership. I'm standing on an established protocol. My is testimony of giving to gain. You give to gain. I graduated I finished my primary school. I didn't have opportunity to go to school. I spent 3 years at home. My mates were already in JS3. And I started agitating to my parents, I want to go to school. And there was this commercial school. I don't know how many of us know what is called commercial school, where you do typewriter, shorthand, all those stuff, secretarial studies, office practice. That was established in my village. They said I should go and enroll. I gladly went and enrolled, and I wanted to become a chartered accountant. That was my vision, my hunger. I wanted to. And before you know it, I wrote my RSA stage 1, stage 2, and I want to go to university. My father was a blacksmith. He didn't have opportunity of going to school. He enrolled in night school. I knew that he went to school just to learn how to write his name. When we come back, he will go to, after his blacksmithing, he will go to school in the night. And he was in primary 2 then, when I was also in primary school. Then when I told God I want to go to school, after my secondary school, I gave. What did I give? I gave my life to Christ. I said, God, I want to be a graduate. And God gave me admission to University of Abuja. Do you understand? Relax. And while I was there, they sent me admission through DHL. I've never left my village for the first time. Within 3 years, I finished 4 academic calendar. Before you know it, I finished my youth service, I came back home. And I packed my things, I went back home. I went back to Abuja. I said, I went back to look for a job. Abuja is a good environment. Opportunities are everywhere. But one thing you have known, God has given me opportunity to become a graduate. I said, God, I decided to seek his face. God, give me opportunity, give me a good job. God said, go back home. I have opened a double door that is beyond human comprehension, which no man can shut. That was the word he gave me. That same day I was concluding my prayer, seeking his face, I was called to come back home. To come and do what? To come and work in a business center, because during my youth service, I'm talking about 1998, 1999, I enrolled and did learn how to do computer application, because I already know how to type through my commercial school. My project, I did it using the computer center of the university. So when I went for youth service, I enrolled to learn how to use computer application. The commissioner then, during the Niger administration, now said I should come and work for him. I went, and they were paying me what they were paying those people from the commercial school, even as a graduate. I gave my time. I gave my knowledge. I gave my skill managing that business center. It was right there that God planted the seed of what I'm doing today. That took me to make me the executive director of integrated anti-human trafficking. It was, yes, relax, just relax. While I was there, that was when I got to know about our young men who had left Anambra State over 20 years. Over 15 years, their parents never knew they were still alive. It was during that business center we were running that they were calling. That time there was no GSM. They will come and we'll go and look for their parents. They will come and receive call. Along the line, I got to know that these people, what they went through, and they are stranded. They cannot come back home. I went to meet an elderly father. The son has been in Spain for 10 years. He couldn't come back home. When I was there, I found out this man was aging. The roof over him was leaking, but the son cannot come back to Nigeria. That was when I had the burden. How will I tell our young men that Obodo Ibo is not the way we think? That the way Aquinu Seadanona Broko Seato. Now, after a whole 9 years, that was when I had the opportunity to know what human trafficking is all about, what smuggling of migrants is all about, and what irregular migration is costing us. And that was how I became an executive director of INTACOM Africa. Now, it did not just end there. I was using my time, my passion, my energy, working with survivors of human trafficking, working with NAPTIP, doing everything. And God kept exposing me, kept exposing me. Before you know it, I started consulting for British Council. While I was consulting for British Council, my mother was an aged woman. She left at age of 91 years. As a consultant, I will be working and I'll still come back home. I was being paid 75,000 naira per day as a consultant. We are talking of empowering a woman, what God is doing in my life. Because I gave my time, my energy, my passion and everything, and God was taking me from one level or the other to the other. And my mother, before I step out every morning, I'll have to bathe her. I'll have to feed her. I'm talking of you giving. Giving to a woman. Giving to an elderly woman. I will bathe her, feed her, make sure she takes her drug before I go out. Finish, come back, I will attend to her. One of the days, yes, she has been blessing me from my heart, but one day I acknowledged what she opened her mouth and said, God bless you. I served my mother and she blessed me. And that blessing kept speaking upon my life. While I was finishing my activities, my consultancy with British Council, that was the time the Honorable Commissioner for Women Affairs, they came into administration. And that reminds me, she asked me to extend her love to us. She's not been able to be here. She said that being here, that she know that she's well represented. When we went to meet her, tell her what is happening, the level of gender-based violence going on, the level of human trafficking going on, the things that is going on, the challenges we are having. As the VAP coordinator, that is, I was the coordinator of violence against persons prohibition law implementation in Anambra State. While I was doing that, she said I should come and assist her. This is somebody who is being paid 75,000 naira per day. I went to assist her. After I finished that consultancy, instead of going to look for that consultancy, I decided to give my time, my service to the state, serving to work with her, to support her. We know what she's doing in this state. And before you know it, while I was working with her, she was giving me 50,000 naira from her pocket for a whole month. But are you looking at what we say give? I want you to appreciate what I gave. I gave my time, I gave my money because I left every other thing. I decided to serve. Before you know it, she gave an opportunity, came out. I became executive assistant to the governor on women affairs. It did not just end there. Are we listening? We are talking of giving. I gave to another woman my time, my energy, my experience, my strength, everything. We became an authority. At my instance, because of the backup of state government, we can go. I know of a particular scenario where I went. A woman was abused all through her life. Even on her death, they denied her of peaceful burial. They dig 5 graves for her that same day. And the first grave that was dig for her, they covered it because they want to deny her and her children their inheritance. But at my instance, because of the level of what God is doing, because of what I'm getting, giving, and gaining, I gained the power and the backup of the state government. When I got there, I told them, open up this grave. This is where this woman must be buried. And the whole community was happy because state government was fully represented to get justice for this woman. I gave this woman, even in her death, the befitting burial. They opened up the grave and they buried her. Then finally, another thing I gained, at the cost of doing all these things, the UN General Assembly, that's the United Nations General Assembly, invited me and sponsored me to Vienna to speak. To speak on what? On the human trafficking Nigeria experience. It did not just end there. Are you listening? Yes. Let me just give you the last one. It did not just end there. The United States of America invited me with other NAPTIP executives from the national, sponsored us, fully sponsored us for 2 weeks, professional exchange in America. And to crown it all, hallelujah, to crown it all, we are talking of giving to gain and empowering a woman. I stand here because I gave and I gained. And God has proved himself faithful. Today, to crown it all, I said, while I am still serving the honorable commissioner, giving my time, energy, and everything, I gained her trust. I said what? I gained her trust. Opportunity again came. World Bank Women Empowerment Program. She made me the state project coordinator. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I hope this applause is from your hearts. And I hope you really appreciate what she has done. Thank you so much. Madam, we enjoyed what you are saying, but just that time is our enemy. I wish we have another platform for you to come and inspire and talk to our young girls who has just drawn inspiration from your insightful talks. I'll just summarize it. There is a saying that givers never does what? Givers never lack. And the Bible was very categorical. Blessed is the hand that giveth than the one that taketh. So you should give until it begins to hurt. Some of you, even your sour soup, you will not share. Sour, even your congealed milk in your lodges, you can't share. Even shift in the bus for someone to lap, you cannot shift. So now we've talked about giving to gain. Because when we're 2,000 all day, use. Now we are going to say anything. Because give. Name the 2,000 and you will never lack and you must gain. Because also 2K. I don't remember. The beautiful dancers of theater arts are waiting, but please, can we have a INTACOM briefly, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, INTACOM Africa, so that we can accommodate all our strategic. Okay, sorry, not okay. WIKIMEDIA. Okay, no wonder we are not rising. Okay, WIKIMEDIA, please. WIKIMEDIA, please, just very brief. She understands the atmosphere that we need to get entertained. So I trust she wouldn't. Good
afternoon, everyone. Okay, we are members of the WIKIMEDIA User Group Nigeria, the Anambra Network. And WIKIMEDIA is a free knowledge platform where we contribute to free knowledge. And today, celebrating the International Women's Day, we want to tell you, young girls here, that you can join WIKIMEDIA, contribute to free knowledge. We give women visibility. When you go to en.wikimedia.org, you will see our professor, our Vice Chancellor, Professor Kate Azuka. You will see her article. Her article was created by people like us. You can join WIKIMEDIA to give women visibility. That's what we do. We inspire women, we encourage women, we train women through editathons, training and community engagement. We normally have our trainings, and now we use the Igbo Linguistic Department where we have our community engagement. We teach you how to edit, we train you on how to contribute to free knowledge. We train you on how to contribute to some of our human knowledge through WIKIMEDIA. You can join us, and also we have a platform called the Igbo WIKIMEDIA User Group where we contribute to language.
Hello, everyone. Hello. All right, so just to add to what my colleagues have said, if you carry out a check on the WIKIMEDIA platform, just like a recent study, it showed that there are over 2.2 million biographical articles on Wikipedia. And out of these 2.2 million biographical articles, only about 500,000 are written about women. That is just about 23% of 2.2 million about women, others about men. And it showed that there is a lot of work to do. All right, so this is something we do in the WIKIMEDIA Foundation. We try to close the gender gap on women. And the WIKIMEDIA Foundation is very committed to doing this. And in trying to achieve this, the WIKIMEDIA Foundation has several campaigns carried out during the year. And these campaigns are aimed at bridging gender gap, creating articles about women, creating quotes about women, what women have said. We have about 17 projects in the Wikimedia space. And these projects, what we do is we try to give visibility to women, to men. We try to document what they have done and all that. All right. So, interesting enough, these campaigns are just tailored for promoting women. There is no campaign in the Wikimedia space that is for men. It is just for what? For women. All right. So it is to encourage us to try to contribute. If you carry out a check on the Wikimedia platform, some of the resource persons we have here do not have an article on Wikipedia. Like our Honorable Commissioner for Women Affairs, Honorable Commissioner for Special Duties, while I was sitting down there, I was going through the Wikipedia website to check out if they have articles. They do not have any article about them. And these are people that have broken through in their several fields. So it is a call for us to join this movement, the Wikimedia platform, and create articles about them, document what they have done, document their journey and their achievements. Thank you very much.
So after now, you can meet us so that we can create an account for you or give you our number so that whenever you want to join us, you can join us. Thank you.
No worry, thank you. It's okay. Like she said, you can meet her later to finalize things. While she was talking, something was striking. I just noticed something striking. She's pregnant. And that is what we are talking about, the struggles women have to go through. I want to hear working in that regard. But look at her, pregnant. Yes, she's here talking and struggling and struggling. So women, a round of applause for yourselves. Obulum di ime 1 month, a man from Eba. For 3 years in Maputilo. Because come on, okute ya bom no kwa mam ko siafo. Obulum mama wata ihe na emem na for please, we appreciate women. We'll continue to appreciate you and we'll continue to celebrate you. Ndi FIDA's na halozo phone number where you can report cases of harassment and all of that. And I want them to say it themselves. Please, ma, just 1 minute. So you listen, in case you have issues of harassment in your lodges, any other place, FIDA is a trusted agency you can confide in.
Hello, everyone. Today we've heard about collaboration. Collaboration seems to be the central theme in the discussion in today's International Women's Day. We've heard from NAPTIP, Integrated Africa, from FIDA. Now, I want you to know that FIDA is a women-led legal team, women-led lawyers. What do? All cases of gender-based violence. Somebody said, you are not women, you get water. Please don't just give water. Leave the water for us. Just quietly come to our office. Our office is located behind the High Court. If you know High Court, Oka here, just behind it, you will see the FIDA house. Every Tuesday, we hold mediation classes. Please, this information also goes to the male folk, because gender-based violence is not just about women. Some men to suffer gender-based violence. Every Tuesday, please come there with your cases. We'll address it properly. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Phone number? Okay, no number. She will do that later. I'll say Now give it up to the beautiful ladies of the Department of Theatre Arts of this university as we sit back and tighten our seatbelt for a moment of entertainment to do what they know how to do best. Department of Theatre Arts, please.
two.
Four. If you agree that this is a wonderful performance, can you share them on? COOU, no small. We no small again. Clock it. Take it to the bank. We no small again. That is what we do. This is normal for us, coming from the beautiful Department of Theatre Arts of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University, ably led by their HOD, Dr. Tony Nalo. The Theatre Arts, we salute you. We know what you can do. We know what you've been doing. And so thank you for another interesting and exciting performance. Thank you, Dr. Tony. Thank you. You are doing well. If it's on the music, so I name address easy. I name abago digital. But now, because the women, on well working can talk, I dash your own. On when can one name metal, I'm on Nuna Yewe. Obim now comes to William Balunaka. Where can I know a wonderful event? And that reminds me, I used to do these things when I was younger. Professor ABC knew I was the arthritis. Okay, quickly, we go into the presentations and we try to wrap up the event. I'm still thanking the students for being such a wonderful audience so far, despite how the hall wanted to discomfort us. But what makes us who are is that we've risen above the challenges and we're all having a good time. I'm not boss the attendance June or where? Okay, about attendance June. No, you are now enjoying yourselves. A round of applause for yourselves. And the organizers, the agreement, rice, 2 meats, chilled what? Chilled exotic, biko. Achọkwa m ibu moto m wee pụ ọkwa agreement chilled exotic ọ bụ na ọdụrọ na na-abịa wele ego kama ofu onye mmadụ 80 ofu chilled exotic ka ị chọkwara ka mme. Okay, Prof, we go into the presentation by the Director, Center for bịakwa wala microphone now. Ekele ọlụ eke. Thank you so much, Prof.
Thank you very much. With all sense of humility and responsibility, I want to truly appreciate our MC for the day. You know, whenever you call Asika, he's always there, Prof. Thank you so much. You are doing so good. Okwa maka ofu chivita na anu na abo kokwa ne aka. I want to also appreciate the members of staff, especially our principal officers, the head of departments, the deans, the directors. You know, when we started this very event, when we started the initiative, we didn't know how to go about it. I was confused. But you know, whatever that is worth doing is worth doing well. We can't keep, you know, behaving in such a way that people will see us and not believing in us. As a community, we decided to launch ourselves because International Women's Day is celebrated all over the world. Many institutions are doing it. And as a community of university, we said we will do it. And I'm promising you next year is going to be a whole long week of activity. We will have novelty football match between women professors and male, or women versus men. So we're going to have a lot of things. Students, interdepartmental competitions. Women, oh yeah. Women clock it. You know. So we have launched ourselves for the first time. And we came out, and I'm sure you will appreciate that we came out, you know, in a special way. Do you believe that? So we want to thank most especially the Department of Mass Communication. I want us to give it to them. Department of Mass Communication gave the women massive support. The COOU Women Forum. I must say, you are one great group of women. And I know that next year, We will do it better in Jesus' name. Department of Mass Communication, I am indeed grateful to you. From your HOD to Dr. Sandra and the whole lot of you, the students, you came out massively to encourage us. Thank you for everything you did. For the Department of Igbo Linguistics, led by our able Chisom, Dr. Chisom, thank you. Department of Sociology, Onyinye, you guys are a great team. And we have our sexual harassment team, Dr. Banaya. Thank you so much for what you people did behind the scene that nobody knew, but God will reward you. Reward everybody who contributed a kobo. You have given. You have seen the testimonies of gaining. So that you have given today to create awareness for women, to launch our students, our female students, to give them this knowledge they got today without paying a kobo. God will give you back 1,000-fold. And for a lot of you women that supported us, we are thankful. Professor Wabeze, thank you for your encouragement to women. We are indeed grateful. Our strategic partners, AFA, they would have given their keynote speech, but we've done our media briefing in the morning on sexual harassment. There is a whole lot of war on sexual harassment in this school. Students, hear me well. Sexual harassment now has zero tolerance. There are levels of harassment. There are unwanted hugging, harmful hug, touching, stalking. We name them on the media. If you feel uncomfortable with any of these, kindly report. We have a very discreet reporting line for you to do that. We want women, we want to have a safe space for everybody. We want this space to be free for everybody to thrive, except you intentionally go into such acts. So I want to thank every COOU woman here. And also I can cite our noble super professors. They are here. Because leadership is not something that you do from the back. You lead from the front. Thank you. Even our ASU vice chairwoman is here, vice chairman. Thank you, Prof. Professor Former, thank you for being here. So we want to appreciate people who have helped us to make this day a reality. We want to thank our able Vice Chancellor. When I mean our able Vice Chancellor, when I mean able, the woman is able. She does a lot to ensure that the female gender actualizes what they meant to actualize. Once you give her the picture that you need her support, she does not hesitate in any way. She will give you the support all the way. As we were going on with this, she asked me this late yesterday night. She called me and said, are you people streaming this thing live? I said, ma, streaming live, how much do we have? We don't even have enough to do the decoration or to do the banner. She said, okay, I'll get back to you. Today we are live. We are being streamed live everywhere. People are watching us. People are watching. Can we give it up for our Vice Chancellor, Professor Kate Azoka Omenuga, the Amazon herself. So on this note, I want to invite, 1 minute please. I want to invite Professor Sylvia Okonkwo, our able Deputy Vice Chancellor, to do a presentation for the VC, to the VC, ably represented by Professor Obiora. Professor Obiora, can you just come up to the stage to receive this award from us on this day? No matter how small, we want to appreciate our Vice Chancellor. We have something we monogram, 2026 International Women's Day. So whenever you have it, you will remember this day in our very small way. Thank you. Professor Sylvia, please, to present the award today. After that, we want our deputy, the deputy director of the Center for Gender Studies, Dr. Oge Ukafo, to come up to present same to FIDA in that order.
Thank you very much. Our able director, we thank you so much for what you have actually done. I also want to thank the amiable Vice Chancellor of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University, the great Amazon, the great woman of substance, the trailblazer, the fifth substantive Vice Chancellor of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University. I am here to make this presentation to her, to ably represented by Professor Ejiofor Obiora.
We are calling on the Executive Director, International Federation of Women Lawyers. It's captioned FIDA, and it's a French word. FIDA is a French word, a Spanish word, yeah. Federation Internacional Abrada. You know, whenever I want to pronounce that, it's always an issue. So, okay. Is the deputy director here? Oh, she's not there. Okay. You can do that presentation.
On behalf of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University, our Vice Chancellor, Professor Kate Omenoha, we want to appreciate you for coming. Thank you, and may God bless you.
Stand. We also want to call up the next group. The State Commander of NAPTIP, Mrs. Juliet Igbariam. Please come up to the stage. Professor Ifi Ezenwa to present this award. Professor Ifi Ezenwa, please come.
Okay. Standing on the already established courtesies, on behalf of the wonderful women of COOU and the Vice Chancellor of this great institution, we present this award.
Okay, we call on INTACOM, the executive Anambra State chapter of INTACOM, Mrs. Nkiru Hope Okoye. To present this award is Professor Wabeze. Please come on stage, please. You see, why we invite men to our occasion is to show you how inclusive we are as a community. It's for inclusivity. If you watch the dance, you will see that the dance is made up of male and what? Female who danced together. No gender barrier. Everybody doing the same thing. Thank you, Professor Wabez.
On behalf of the Vice Chancellor and the Center for Gender Studies, I present this award to you. Thank you very much for coming.
And last but not the least, we want to bring representative of the WIKIMEDIA group, the Wikimedians. You called us just a few days ago, and you said a lot. It was like you were there from the beginning, and we appreciate you. Look at how heavy you are. Then it shows how resilient we can be as women. I him. MC said if he was like a month pregnant, he won't come to work. He won't even teach again. But here we are. Thank you, Wikimedia. To present this award, we want to call Dr. Chisom to do that. Yes.
On behalf of the Vice Chancellor and the Center for Gender Studies, Chukwuemeka Odumegwu, Ojukwu University, we present this gift to you. Thanks for coming.
For everyone we've given this gift, there's a message we are sending. It's our t-shirt. What does that mean? It means you are our ambassador. You advertise COOU. Anywhere you are, wear our t-shirt. Okay? And say to the world, COOU's mantra on 3 V's. Thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think we've gradually reached the end of the event, but not until we have the Deputy Vice Chancellor.
Sorry, please. Honorable Commissioner for Mrs. Ibazo, for special duties. Yes, we want to call on you to come and receive an award. You know, I didn't know she would come. I told her this thing last week, few days ago, and she told me they have a meeting today, but by any means, she will make sure she sends somebody. And today we have a representative. Thank you so much. Come up to receive this award on her behalf. And we want to call up Professor Mafia to please come majestically to present this award to the Honorable Commissioner for Special Duties.
N'afa ndị kwadobere ife a na-eme ebe a, onye isi anyị bụ Vice Chancellor na ndị na-akwado ya, ọ sị m bụrụ ife a bunye ibunye onye isi unu, mana ọ kwuo oge emeghekwana agwa ịga na-enaluo n'ime be anyị ife dị na ya alịpụ osibezi ike ịkọwa ya. Anyị na-ekene biko bụrụ okpe ekene bunyela anyị ya, ekene m unu.
Before we conclude, I want to briefly recognize the presence of ASU Chairman, Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu Chapter, Professor Bruno Ibekilo, the chair, the comrade chair. I want to remember, sir. With him is a super professor, Professor Ogonna Ifebi, the HOD of Economics. The super professor, sir. And on that note, may I call on the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Development and Uli Campus Affairs, Professor Sylvia Okonkwo, for a warm response and felicitations. Thank you so much, Prof. Okwani hoya bon. Putara na idiredi. A round of applause for the Deputy Vice Chancellor. Continue clapping on she gets to the stage, please. That's a sign of respect. Thank you so much, Deputy Vice Chancellor Ma.
Thank you so much. Asika, I'm my name. Mananambu. Achọrọ m ike na onye ọbụla bịara ebe a n'ụwa. Obi na-eme nsa anwụlị si anwụlị ebe m fụrụ ndị di anyị ndị nwoke anyị. Prọfesọ Nwafia nwanne m nwoke bụrụkwa odi m. Prọfesọ Nwabeze. Onye bụkwa chairman anyị tata bụkwa nwoke. Prọfesọ Obiora Ejiofọ. Daalụ nri nne. Afụkwa m ASU chairperson. Ka gosi na ihe anyị na-eme ma egene na-asị ụsọ. And the during the dancing, I saw how these young men and women were just vibrating. And you know what? It reminded me After the breaking of the kola nut, what happened? You can see we have 4. 2 men and 2 women. And I don't know whether you noticed in that dancing, they were 8. 4 girls and 4 boys. If we're not Chicago. So on that note, I thank you for today's celebration of this International Women of Day, International Women Day. At Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu here in Igbariam. I thank the director of the gender study for giving us opportunity, bringing it into our mind that this kind of a thing that we can do it. And above all, I also want to appreciate our amiable Vice Chancellor, the Action VC, the 3 V's Vice Chancellor is not another person we are talking about than the 5th substantive Vice Chancellor, the first female Vice Chancellor of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University, and the first female Vice Chancellor of Anambra State origin. And who are we talking about? Professor Kate Omenoria. And also, I want to thank the organizers of this program for the title, the theme, which was accorded to it, which is Give to Gain. It is very, very important that we give in order to gain. It's a very big challenge because sometimes we find it very difficult to give. Just like one of the speakers today, you heard what she said, the testimony she gave about what she gave and what she got. And also, in view of that, when we give leadership, when we give innovation, when we give education, we will become prosperous. We will build our nation as a woman. So throughout today's discussion, we have seen the strength, the resilience, contribution of the women of this university and beyond. So let this gathering inspire us to continue building an environment where women are supported to grow, lead, and make a meaningful impact. Just like when somebody said that, is it bad if they give a woman oil well? Is it bad? No. We want oil well for women. Then we can also see that it is very, very important that you girls, women also position yourself, prepare yourself so that once these opportunities come up, you can do what? You can grab them. So the progress of our university and society is deeply connected to the empowerment and the inclusion of women. Therefore, let today not be the end of our conversation, but the beginning of what? A renewed action. May we continue to give encouragement. May we continue to give empowerment and give support, knowing that through this act, we all stand to gain. On this note, I thank everyone who participated and contributed to the making this International Women's Day celebration of COOU meaningful and memorable. Thank you very much. God bless you as you go to.
Please appreciate the Deputy Vice Chancellor for Development and Ole Campus Affairs, Professor Sylvia Okonkwo. Thank you so much, ma. We are almost at the end. Almost at the end. Prof, ma, mommy, I'm na quick bridge protocol because you put your no but how they feel, ma. Prof, and when permission to bridge the protocol. Okay. Because can one student just briefly tell us how you feel about today's event? You never can tell if somebody will win money or prize, anything. Just tell us how you feel. A girl child, how do you feel about this event today? Just one person. The pace setters. You don't feel anyhow. You're not feeling anything. Okay. Who is raising? Please confidently come. Thank you. For having the boldness to even come out. Kanda Shagi 2K Marunyem. But for having the confidence to come out, 2K. in my room. Another money is coming up. You know, when we ask you to do something, you always take everything for joke. Just how you feel briefly, if this event has changed your life or touched you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, the dignitaries present today. This event was quite enlightening personally to me. I learned a lot concerning a girl child and everything that has to do with women. And I have, or will I say that I have role models here, and I am very happy and knowing that I will grow and I will develop also to be a woman of the society and also to give, hoping to gain. Thank you.
What is your name? Stephanie Choma from the Department of Mass Communication. Thank you so much. She says she knows she's going to grow, she's going to develop to be like these wonderful mentors here. And we can only wish her the best. Can only wish her the best. In a few years to come, she'll be standing on a big stage, talking and helping to save other women who are coming after her. Thank you so much. And please, before we take the closing prayers, can we have a group picture, please? Those concerned, all the agencies, patrons, DVCs. Okay, each agency, how do we do? Can you direct?
Please, we would like our strategic partners to come on board first with the principal officers. Then after them, we'll snap together with COOU women. Okay? Thank you.
Okay, the agencies, please, AFA, FIDA, NAPTIP, INTACOM Africa, WIKIMEDIA. Okay, the principal officers. I think the patron, you should join. The deputy director, if you are here, you should join. The deputy director, gender for. Please, the deputy director, can you join?
To talk for the meeting, concern herself with the cleaning. Yo, yo, yo. My mother is a woman. You cannot talk like this.
From the stables of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University, the now University and of the future. Dr. Chisom, we're going to picture, say picture. Each of them can COOU, we continue to make a statement that we have come to stay. We are no longer a young university. We are one of the universities to reckon with. Fear our return. Professor Walter Wafia, we thank you. And you're going to The representatives of AFA, we are delighted to have you. The representative of FIDA, we are so proud of what you are doing for humanity. The representative of NAPTIP, is only heaven that will reward your efforts. Only heaven is capable of rewarding your effort for what you do for humanity. The representative of INTACOM Africa, thank you so much. We can't thank you enough. And the WIKIMEDIA group, thank you. Women for COOU, COOU women. COOU women, please. Because when we from our park, kita kutembe na wepetezi.
for market.
And I must be here, man. I'm not cheap a closing prayer.
Woman is a blessing from above.
I'm the Queen Palun, Kunfun and the Queen Loon. No, the Naka. Nena Bogode Gongwen Kina Lata. Please, the ushers, the organizers, I'll go to Pure Water, you go to down my work. I didn't know when we hope. Thank you, the beautiful ladies that make Chukwuemeka Ojukwu more beautiful. You can see their smiles. The men, COOU men. Mwaga batakwa mama Michael, COOU men, Asuchia, respect professors. Prof, ujigi lukwale bo, kaije gutie. Biko, neno mwega woni mwoke bia. Check yo mwega woni mwoke. Na alo na university. Yeah. I want the water away. That's why I go with the other quality. Until next week.
They tell me that, they say my bitch, say she a bad. Anytime I knock with that. Rubber band, no rubber band. Every time I put down, they show me that. If I know pull out, she got my back. Odumegwu, I'm happy that. Odumegwu, say everything I do is for my woman.
Okay, please, we want somebody who can take us lead, on the closing prayers and the COOU anthem, and we live in reverse order. Oma Opo, don't go anywhere. You'll be served. I trust you. Don't go anywhere. I want to hear what two nap and a hola. Our agreement. So please, anybody to lead us in the closing prayer. Dr. Obananya, are you here? Can you close in, please? Can someone please? Are you coming to do that? Okay, thank you. I thought you wanted to pray. Ah. Okay, we have the pleasure. The ASU chairman has volunteered to say the closing prayer for us, and we are grateful. Please, may we rise for the closing prayers. Say cheese. Okay. We can still snap afterwards, but let's just close formally. The university anthem immediately, and we live in reverse order.
Can we stand? N'afọ nke Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ, ezi Chineke anyị ekene gị maka taa. Anyị ekene gị maka ndị union anyị, ekene gị maka ụmụ nwanyị ndị na-eri ncheta ifefe bụ taa. Chineke ịmakwa na asị a na-egbu atụrụ, a na-egbu ebune, na obi ya da adụkwa atụrụ mma. A na-erikwa ori ụmụ nwanyị, biko chisitekwa ụmụ nwoke ka erikwa ori nke fa ka esi wee rie ori nke ụmụ nwanyị tata. Anyị na-ayọ gị ife ọbụla bụ ife amụta tata na nkụzi akụziri ebe a, Chineke nyere ụmụ nwanyị aka ka ha tinye n'ọlụ. Na nwaanyị na-achakakwa akwụ ọkwa na onwe ezigbo di. Anyị bụ ụmụ nwoke ka Chineke nye anyị amara iji na-akwụdokwa fa ka ha wee na-achake wee na-amụke. Ife ndị a ka anyị yọọ kweta na Chineke ga-emere anyị karịa ka anyị pụrụ ya n'afa Jizọs Kraịst bụ onye nwe anyị.
And standing, we take the COOU anthem, just COOU anthem, quickly.
Odumegwu, University on the move. We hail and praise our praising OOU and the light of the nation. The university that is conceived and built on solid foundation. We hail and praise our praising OOU and the light of the nation. With careful consideration of academic excellence and the serenity of sight, we hail and praise our praising OOU and the light of the nation. The art, science, and technology is our lofty goal. We hail and praise our praising OOU and the light of the nation. The great citadel of learning that stands as a giant and hope for the nation. We hail and praise our praising OOU and the light of the nation. We hail and praise our praising OOU. We hail and cherish this great institution by the east of the Niger, the seat of wisdom and the strength of the nation. We hail and praise and praising OOU. We hail and cherish this great institution by the east of the Niger, the seat of wisdom and the strength of the nation. To God be the glory.
Thank you. In reverse order, we exit. Thank you, our guests. We appreciate you. We wish you a safe journey as you return to your base. We hope to see ourselves again. Thank you, and God bless all of us.
Sara Sara Wadimba Dimba Wadimba Betri Sara Sara Wadimba